Hey everybody, how are you guys? I hope you guys are good. Okay, so there's a couple things that I want to talk to you about today. The first thing I want to talk about is, so an insider who was in the Nashville school when the happening took place, said that there were a couple of staff members who were always had guns on them, right? They said technically they don't have guards, but they do have staff. So my thing here is, if you have people in the school staff that are carrying guns, right? That are carrying guns to help protect the children in case this ever happens, then why did none of them do anything when this happened? Why did they all hide in their classrooms and nobody come out to help the children? That, you know what I'm saying? Why? If you have teachers who are in there who carry guns, who have permits to carry guns, then I want to know why none of them stepped out and did anything to prevent any further people from getting hurt. Because they were scared? Probably. Not cool though. You know who was scared? The kids in the building. That's who was scared. So these people, these teachers who had guns on them during this tragedy and didn't do a damn thing to try to help stop it, that's not okay. That's not cool. That's not okay at all. Like, that's what you're carrying for, right? So why didn't anybody step up and come out and try to end this? Like, I get that the cops were there pretty fast, but maybe, just maybe, somebody's life could have been saved if one of these people who were carrying, who were packing, did something about it, instead of sitting in the classroom waiting for somebody else to come solve the problem. I mean, what's the point? What's the point of having a weapon? What's the point of having a concealed carry permit? What's the point of having a gun if you can't freaking use it to help people when that's literally what you're carrying it for, is all I'm saying. So instead of cowering in the classrooms with these students who they were supposed to be protecting, maybe the people who had the guns on their hip at the time could have done something to stop it, but no, nobody did. All right, that's the first thing that I want to talk about. The second thing I want to talk about with y'all is this other case of this woman. Her name is Tracy Nix. So here's the story. Here's the background story, okay? She's 65 years old. Less than a year ago, 9 months ago, her daughter left her son in her care. The grandmother was sleeping. The 14-month-old child got out of the house, climbed under the fence, and drowned in the pond while the grandmother was sleeping. She was not charged, it was an accident, whatever. She was not charged for that. 9 months later, her daughter decides that, who has another child, right? She has another child. She decides that she needs to go and get her hair done. So what does she do? She leaves her daughter with her mother. What happens? The grandmother is out to lunch with other friends who the mom said she trusted. They left lunch. The grandmother forgot the baby was in the car, and the baby died. It was 90 degrees out, and she left her in the backseat of the car. Totally forgot she was even in there. And now the mother is calling. She's been charged with manslaughter now at this point. But the mother is demanding that she goes to prison. It is a tragedy what happened to her children, no doubt. I don't even know how I would be after my first child, right? But then to lose another child on top of that. My thing, though, is here that she's calling for her mother to be arrested, calling for her to be put in prison, calling for her to pay for the deaths of her children. I am not trying to bag on the mom. I am not trying to be anything like that. But what I am going to say, and some people might not like it, some people might find it offensive, I think it's something that should be said and talked about so people can hear it, and maybe this thing can be prevented, this type of thing can be prevented from happening again to somebody else. But if you left your son in with your mother, and your son drowned and he died, I mean, I would just never leave another child with that woman. I mean, my mother or not. Shit. I just wouldn't do it. Okay? Now, I'm thinking, okay, well, something must have been very important for this mother to leave her daughter in the care of this woman after what had happened with her son. And then I find out that she did it because she had a hair appointment. Okay? She had to get her hair done. So she left her daughter with her mother because she said that she trusted the friends that she was at lunch with. And then the grandmother took the baby. They went home. The grandmother forgot the baby was in the backseat of the car, which I don't understand how that happens ever. I don't get it. I've never forgot one of my kids were in the back of the car. But apparently it happens. It apparently happens. But anyway. So the grandmother forgets. So she goes inside. She's playing the piano. A bunch of time goes by. The grandmother goes, oh shit. I had the baby. Runs out to the car. Baby's not breathing. Starts CPR. Does all of this. And again, the mother is left with a with a child who has gone. And please, you know what? I don't even care. Don't take this the wrong way, but people are going to take it how they're going to take it. Her hair, getting her hair done was so important that she decided to leave her child with her mother, who had previously proven that she should not be in charge of children. Okay? But she did it because getting her hair done was more important than staying home with her own child. Now, again, I am not trying to take away anything. I have no idea what this mother is going through. I mean, to lose 2 children, I couldn't even freaking imagine. I couldn't even imagine losing one. But this second one, it could have been prevented. She could have said, you know what? I'm going to cancel my hair appointment. Shit, I haven't gotten my hair done at a hair appointment in over 14 years since I became a mother. I have a huge problem with trusting people. There are only 2 people in my life who I trust with my children. And that's it. Had either one of these people ever given me a reason not to, you bet your ass I wouldn't have. But my point is here that this second one could have been prevented. The mother could have said, listen, I don't need to get my hair done that bad. I will stay home with my child and everything will be fine. But that's not what happened. And now she's calling for her mother to go to prison. But I mean, let's take a little bit of that responsibility and put it on yourself for deciding that your hair appointment was more important than keeping your child safe. I mean, that's the bottom line. This could have been totally prevented, but getting your hair done was more important. Now again, this is just my opinion. This is just how I feel. And this is just something I wanted to share with you guys. Okay? So the grandmother has been charged with manslaughter. And, we don't know at this time how much time she's going to get. But I say look at the whole picture here. Look at the whole picture, because the mother's hair appointment was more important than protecting her child. So, not for nothing, but let's look at the whole picture here, okay? So anyways, I wanted to bring that up with you guys. Now, as I'm telling you this, I'm thinking about the first story, the Nashville story, about these people who were supposed to be in there to protect children, who carried guns, who had guns on them during this shooting, and did absolutely nothing to stop it. Did absolutely nothing to help those children. Instead, they all sat in wherever they were, locked themselves in a room somewhere, and decided to wait for police to come. Those people should, I mean, they should feel some kind of guilt, I'm sure. But they should have done something. And instead they did nothing. They had to wait for the jump out boys to get there. I just think you know what? There's so many tragedies that happen in this world that can be prevented by people. If people would just stand up and do what they are supposed to do. You know, if mom would have skipped her appointment that day, her child would still be alive. If those teachers with guns would have acted and done something, maybe we wouldn't have 6 victims. Maybe there would be less. Tragedies can be prevented if people step up and try to do what is right. But people don't try to do what is right. People wait for things to be done for them. For whatever reason. For whatever reason. And it's just something I thought we should talk about. Just something I thought we should bring up. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I love you guys. It's a beautiful freaking day. Spring weather, finally here. So we can all be happy about that. But I love you guys. Stay strong, stay healthy, stay safe. Keep asking those hard questions. Keep spreading that light. And I will see you next time. Don't forget to comment down below. Have a good day.